It's been 15 minutes since Ty's outburst, and the group are dealing with the fallout.
I'm sorry that I reacted like that.
I'm glad you did, because somebody has to stand up to her. I mean, she's ridiculous. You can't have a word with her without her shouting and saying, what's it to do with you? Which she, obviously, if she's shouting like that, it's to do with all of us.
She's so loud.
I think she's got a problem, I really do. Never liked her anyway. It's sad. It's definitely changed the tenure in the house.
Half the time she seemed really nice and normal. It's schizophrenic, it is, yes.
Something's wrong.
Bipolar, is it bipolar they call it now?
Bipolar?
Yeah, that's what they call it now.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't want to be near her at all. I don't want to speak to her, I don't want to see her. I hope that she leaves.
Obviously, she's got no respect for me, as she's got no respect for herself or anyone around her. I think she's making a complete show of herself, to be honest.
I think the problem is that when someone comes in, and clearly Ty didn't come in to apologise first, she came in to shout. She's still young. If I get the opportunity, I will give her my opinion for what it's worth and see if it helps.
Throughout their time here, the behaviour of the volunteers has been analysed by clinical psychologist Dr. Hamira Riaz.
Ty is a polarising personality. She's got a really forceful character. She puts herself out there. She's unapologetic. She's true to who she is, and she doesn't always care what other people think. But she's also revealed a softer side, which the people in the rest of the group just don't know how to reconcile. Those who are prone to being as black and white as she is are going to respond in extreme ways, and you're seeing that with Bob and with Dee. And the more nuanced characters in the group, like Lynn, are the ones who can see shades of grey.
"30 minutes after storming out of the house, Ty has decided to continue with the experiment.
Bye. Hi.
Hi.
Hi, Eddie.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm fine. Hi, Eddie.
You all right, sweetie?
Oh, Joey, I've come to apologise for raising my... Honestly,
me too.
sometimes, you know, when I just felt like I came into a situation where everyone made their mind up when I really was going to apologise.
That's all right. Ty's Ty, innit? There's no point arguing and fighting. So I think I just had to do the adult thing, call it quits, and that's it, really.
Everyone has their little ups and downs, and that's exactly what it was. Dee's kind of gone off her rocker, Bob's gone off his rocker, and that was just me going off mine a bit.
But I've never seen anybody behave like that in my life. The nice side of Ty I like, but she's two different people. I think she's had enough chances already, and I really would much prefer not to be here with her.
Oh, that's nice.
You're so cute, Jenny.
No, darling, I'm not cute.
I'm sorry, I can't go and give her a hug.
I would if I had to, but...
No, I can't.
Despite tensions running high in the house, some of the group take a moment to reflect.
I've actually learned that I am actually a really understanding person.
I've been right out of my comfort zone all the time, really.
Would you say that you are open-minded now?
Yeah, to certain things, yeah.
From a personal point of view with us two, this time last week, I don't think we really spoke.
I mean, the honest answer is I've never really been in the company of gay people.
Yeah.
It would be more surprising if I were immediately going to be comfortable, put in close contact with 3 gay people, but I've changed a lot of my thoughts about this. I think from the point where you told me, us, your story, I think that changed everything.
That's the opposite of what I should have said, really, because there's a lot more to me than that.
Because that's exactly why I weren't going to tell my story, because I don't want people to have an opinion on me based on what I've been through. I'd rather people have an opinion on me based on who I am now.
No, but
because I'd rather you just act how you feel towards me, which even if it's not what I like, do you know what I mean? Now I don't think for a second that he's more open-minded about gays. I think he still feels exactly the same. I just think it's me as a person that he's actually got to know and like.
After a day of drama and conflict, Tracy leads a game of Articulate.
When you get rid of all your pubes.
Brazilian.
Yes, Bob. Proper Brazilian.
Gee, hell.
Menopause.
It seems to me quite obvious what articulate means. It means you describe something using language.
Sexy time. Spunk up. Sex.
Oral sex.
But that didn't seem to quite catch on with some people.
Sex juggle.
Sex toys!
I actually think it's too good to be true. Everyone seems to be getting on.
Bigger hole. Causing tsunami.
Global warming.
Astronauts.
Space.
In the air.
Gravity.
Yes! Get on the floor, you fucking cunt!
Police officers.
Police brutality.
For God's sake, she's been given so many chances. And you can only tell somebody so many times.
The fact that she thinks doing that is funny is just disappointing.
How else am I supposed to act that out? Like, I have to act out how, from what I've seen.
It started off all right.
Whatever.
After Ty's impersonation of police brutality, most of the oldies have gone to bed. Lynn takes this quiet moment to talk to Ty about her behaviour.
Come here, babe. Sit down a minute. I know what it's like to get angry, trust me, I do. But I think you get your point over far better if it was calm.
I know.
Have you heard me raise my voice here in 2 weeks?
Never.
No. Do you think there's anybody who'd argue with me?
No.
No, exactly. I'm not a motherly sort of person, I never have been. But despite the fact that she's lost it a few times, she is very open, she has strong beliefs, and she says what she thinks.
I need to learn, that's one thing I need to learn though, is how to speak to people. I don't get angry quickly, but it builds up and then,
The way she says it isn't always quite as calm as it could be, and I'm quite certain she will control that over time. You're an intelligent young woman.
Do you think?
Yeah, I know.
Why I'm so strong and forward and blunt, it's not from a bad place. It's just I had to be like that, growing up.
I think before I say anything, and it's always worked for me. But you know, if you could stand back and watch yourself,
oh my gosh,
see...
I wouldn't want to.
No, exactly.
It made me cringe.
Exactly.
It
You
made me
wouldn't
cringe.
want to see yourself.
No, I wouldn't.
Because it's not a good look, babe.
No. No, honestly, I didn't even realise.
I just hope it kind of...
It teaches me, yeah, it does. Oh, it's so embarrassing.
You learn something from it, which you will.
Do you know what? I do need to learn how to talk to people, and if I do feel a bit angry and sad and stuff, I need to come across with more manners and just hold my tongue a bit.
With just 48 hours until the experiment ends, Jenny has something important to share with Dee.
I've just had a couple of problems downstairs. I'll come and whisper, did my business, and it wouldn't go down the toilet.
Oh, yes, right. That happens to me every morning.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Oh, thank goodness.
Yeah.
And I thought, oh, God, what am I going to do?
We do it twice, it'll go down.
I did it 4 times and it didn't go down. It was like this. It was huge, it was stuck. So I thought, so I went and got a stick out of the logs, you know, the logs, and I broke it up.
Jed and Lynn gather the residents downstairs.
Morning.
Hello, Bob.
They've decided to shoot a calendar for Jenny's upcoming birthday.
Me and Lynn have had an idea.
We thought we'd take some pictures, not exactly like Jenny's calendar, but a bit of fun, a bit of, you know, get your kit off, boys and girls.
I'm really looking forward to it. It's something I've always wanted to do, always wanted to try my hand at doing a calendar, yeah. So where are we taking them? When are we taking
Well,
them?
we kind of like to get it done sort of for lunchtime sort of thing, you know.
So, get your kit off.
Are there any sausages in the fridge?
Oh, God!
Oh my God!
I feel sick.
It makes you lose your inhibitions in front of all the people who you've been tiptoeing around, and it's got to be a good as a bonding sort of thing, I think.
Oh my God.
Look at the camera like you look at a glass of wine.
I thought you were very brave going first, Bob. That was
Yes, I
excellent.
do, Bob,
Hands up to
too.
you.
Well done. I think that was brilliant.
Get a little bit of pump on, so I reckon stagger your feet like that, and then be like that, and then tense your thigh muscles, that's it.
Mine looks horrific. Absolutely horrific, hence why I don't take my top off. Probably single if that gets put anywhere.
Joe is completely naked.
What? You're joking.
He is.
Oh, my God. I'd have him in a calendar any day.
Does it like artistic on a stage with me cock out?
Every now and again I get naked. It's no small story. We all had a giggle together.
D!
Are we ready?
That is fantastic. That's exactly what we need.
I'm a poser, so it came naturally almost.
You can look wherever you like. Be natural, boys. Everybody could smile. I wasn't sure anybody is, sort of really get their kit off.
Bananas.
Yeah, bananas would be good.
Bananas.
But actually, they were really quite game for it.
Right, as sexy as possible.
You look lovely, Absolutely lovely. Wish I looked like you.
It was so nice to see everybody so comfortable in their own skin, like regardless of your age, to be able to have a laugh and not be too kind of caught up on how you look or how you're perceived. And yeah, it built bridges and it was nice.
It's amazing.
Perfect.
As the experiment draws to a close, the group bond while discussing their collective fears.
Two things scare me. Number one, being aware that I'm actually dying I think is absolutely petrifying.
That's my fear, I think.
Absolutely petrifying. My other one is dying with regrets.
I think we all have regrets, things that we'd like to have put right in our life. Knowing that you're going to die, like if you're diagnosed with some serious illness, you know you're going to die in the next 12 months, that must be horrible.
Yeah.
I'm frightened of dying.
Dr. Hamira Riaz has some thoughts.
Death anxiety tells us some interesting things about the human condition. If we don't process death or we deny it, it triggers an unconscious need for safety and security.
I had a routine smear test for cervical cancer. So I had stage 2 cells. When you first hear the words cervical cancer and you're young and you have kids on your own, I immediately thought, I'm going to die and they'll have no one there to look after them. It felt like I'd been hit by a bus. I couldn't breathe, I couldn't eat, I couldn't sleep. It scared the hell out of me, the thought of dying and leaving my children alone.
Well, you hear other people's stories and think, oh, how terrible. But it'll happen to us all.
I don't know why we're having a conversation about death today. It's very depressing, and I actually don't want to have this conversation.
It's a frightening subject, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't like talking about this stuff. It's depressing.
I was your age, I couldn't do
I
it.
can't tell you how many nights in my life I've just laid awake terrified of death.
I'm actually scared of even getting into conversation and thinking about that kind of stuff. I find it very sad and depressing.
Well, my sister died a couple of years ago, and I went to the home where she was comatose when I got there. I know it sounds terrible. I was speaking to the people there. I said, I want her to go whilst I'm here. I didn't want her to go alone. Mm-hmm. I put my arms around her and I kissed her hand, and I felt very honoured to share in that experience of how she died. But I found it, I know it sounds silly, but I actually found it a wonderful experience.
It's lovely, Dave.
That is really nice.
Listening to Dee, I'm reminded that when we face up to death, or we're forced to face up to it, it leads to decreased depression and increased self-esteem over time. And because human beings tend to value what they don't have enough of, what's scarce, the more we're reminded about death, the more we remember that we've got to make the most of our life.
You know what I used to do for a living? It was my 30th year, and I was going to a fight at a pub on my own, and I got to the pub and I was just about to start getting involved when somebody said, you really need to go down the road, there's a car crash. And I went down the road and a car had turned right in front of a motorcycle with 2 kids on it, and the kid on the back was 17 years old and he had the same name as my son and he was the same age as my son. And he was being attended to by the paramedics, and they tried and tried and tried to get him back, and this kid died on the pavement right in front of my eyes. And that's when I decided to retire.
It kind of made me feel like I felt his pain, but he was trying to be strong because he is strong as well, but I'm just not ready to deal with this. I can't even deal with it in my own family, let alone, obviously, other people as well.
Of all of the things, all of the horror things that happened to me in my 30 years, particularly in my last 2 years, last year, that was the one that made me think, do you know?
Enough's enough.
Didn't want to see it anymore.
That's so sad.
I can understand that.
I can as well.
I wasn't prepared for this conversation.
Okay.
And
It's okay.
it's kind of a serious thing. I've lost a lot of people in my family and it's very deep. So
All right, babe.
I don't talk about it.
Okay.
It's been a really bare your soul evening. When you see people who are vulnerable, I'd hold hands with anybody in times of stress. We were quite close for a minute in there, and it was quite nice.
Like Bob, I've seen death in all its graphic forms. I've had 3 people die in my arms. I had a young boy on a motorcycle coming back from college who went straight into the back of a lorry that was parked without any lights. I held him for 45 minutes. I can still remember his name.
For them to live through that, it makes you realise why they have barriers up, why they're so judgmental and angry and impatient, because, you know, they've seen horrific things they'll never forget. And even hearing them was hard for a lot of people.
A chachi that got run over.
Are you sure?
Are you all that straight? His bicycle. Every one of those deaths has been...
This is like, you know...
And you're crying.
This is what we used to do. I don't know, it's a bit too intense, this, I think. I actually was all right to start with, but it's a bit too much, isn't it?
You're right, Kevin.
Yeah, sure, bro.
I didn't ever think about this, and you guys...
Don't realise we've been there.
That's why, and I didn't realise it, honestly, because I didn't think about it, and you guys, obviously I'm young, so I don't really think about that stuff. Kevin and Bob have been in situations where they've seen people die in front of them, which I didn't think about, never thought about that kind of stuff. And they've tried to save lives, and that could be scary and very hard. And because obviously we've just all come into the situation and just hit by this subject, it's kind of like overwhelming.
Ty clearly, I think she got an understanding of, please just don't go around beating up black people, they do other jobs.
I need to hug you because I don't think I've ever seen you like this before.
I think Ty has had a Damascus moment maybe tonight about what it's like to be a cop. I hope that when we go away from here, Ty will look to me more as an ally than an enemy. This is what we're really like.
It's early morning, and the residents are waking up to their final day in the experiment.
Well, we had the window open and the curtains all night long were rattling. It covered Eddie. He's bloody snoring up there. I think he talks to himself as well. Well, he growls.
It's probably left-wing propaganda.
Throughout their time here, alcohol has been an ever-present, divisive factor. And as a result, they've each been asked to complete a liver test.
This is going to be a massive surprise for me.
I'm a bit nervous doing this.
You have to answer questions about your alcohol consumption. I think I answered it honestly.
What did you get?
4.
I got 7.
Oh my God.
What did you get?
You got points 0 to 7, you were okay. 10 to 17 or something gave you cause for concern, and then above 17 you really probably won't see Christmas.
I got 19.
Have you got mine?
Everyone got like 5 and I got 19, and it told me that I need to see a psychologist.
What did you get?
12.
Oh, that is ridiculous.
Well, it is ridiculous.
I think we were all gobsmacked at Bob's. Gobsmacked. Does anybody want to demand a recount?
It doesn't make sense at all.
Why? What did you think it should be?
Well, I should be the worst.
Anybody want a drink now?
With their liver test score considered high, Bob and Jed
See you soon.
are forced to put their differences aside while they see an addiction psychiatrist to discuss their drinking habits.
Might not come as a surprise, but I think I've lost all respect for Bob. What a fake person to be around. I ain't got time for people like that. I'm quite open-minded about stuff like this. I think that's because I know deep down I've not got a problem.
My natural pessimism has kicked in again, and I only see negative things about it.
I definitely think Bob's the right person to come with me today. I think he needs to go in quite open-minded, which at the minute doesn't sound like he's going to. Think positive.
I'm positive.
I think it's something.
I'm positive I'm going to dislike it.
Yeah, see, so you're already right. You're already judging something before you have done it, which is the reason we had on day 1, when you judged me before you knew me. Here we are.
Oh.
Okay, so it might be really helpful for you guys to talk about your habits in terms of alcohol.
If I'm cooking dinner, I'll probably have a couple of bottles of beer while I'm cooking dinner, and I'll drink some wine with my dinner. I'm quite comfortable with the amount I drink. I consider, I think I just like it.
So over a week, we're looking at 100 units a week. So Jed, can you talk a little bit about your week with alcohol?
I'm not really a 1 or 2 kind of person, do you know, it's either all or nothing. So then Friday night, Saturday night, I'll make up for that, and I drink a hell of a lot when I'm out. I'm just a 24-year-old typical guy. I go out every weekend. I do binge drink, shots, Jaeger bombs, you name it, I drink.
So you're drinking 50 to 100 units a week. So in actual fact, you're reasonably equivalent in terms of your weekly units.
There's always an excuse to drink, that's the trouble, always an excuse. Christmas is around the corner, it's a wedding, it's a birthday, it's a funeral.
Jed, is alcohol part of your family culture or your family history of drinking heavily?
My mum was an alcoholic for 8 years. We nearly lost her to it.
So you've got a biological risk, which is the fact your parents got a problem with alcohol.
That's the most scary part, because I always said I would never be that person. And I've seen firsthand how heartbreaking and how it can literally rip a family apart. Considering what I've seen my mum and dad both heavily drinking, it's pretty scary to see that there is a link between me and them in that respect. I will never be like what my mum were like, 100% never. I'm in control of my own life.
Unfortunately, that's a quite a common thing that I hear. I would say that you're already a problematic drinker. You are at risk of going on to develop full-blown alcohol dependence.
There's a lot more that you don't know, but he has shown us all what a strong character he is and what he's an inspirational character to a lot of people. And I think he has got the strength and the power to put it behind him. Jed was shocked I think the one great thing he's got in his favour is his ability to cope with adversity and to be strong enough to do something about it. You know, he's not going to be like me, I don't think.
Thank you. When Bob opened up a bit and said, I know that he won't ever fall down that road because he's so strong-minded, it's nice to hear someone say that. I don't really hear it often. It did make me emotional. I thought I was going to start crying.
You're both in the top 10% of alcohol consumers in the UK. You need to make some adjustments to your drinking habits, you know, right here, right now. There's no time to wait, really.
The dynamic in the psychiatrist's office is very interesting. I'm not sure it's about the drink. I think it's much more about the relationship between Bob and Jed. He and Jed have had a tumultuous time in the past. Bob doesn't give up. He really keeps investing in trying to make things better between them. Perhaps the reason why Bob doesn't give up on people is because he doesn't want people to give up on him. To his credit, Jed is showing the first signs of an internal shift. Perhaps he will start to deal with his demons. Going to an addiction specialist, getting that very tough message about the future is perhaps the first step.
Back at the house, the group are planning a surprise party for Jenny ahead of her birthday.
There's some card up there. I thought you might be able to make her a birthday card. Yeah, a couple of balloons, a couple of strippers for her. You know, she'd like that.
We're really excited for tonight, the dinner and Jenny's surprise birthday cake and celebration.
While party prep continues in the kitchen, Dee does her best to keep Jenny distracted in the living room.
Japan has these sex hotels, don't they? It's where you go for a couple of hours. Yeah.
Oh, God. Oh, it's getting worse. Oh, my God.
They have videos, you know, naughty videos.
Oh, I am in the backward world, aren't I? Oh, no.
I'm certainly no prude, believe you me, but still think it's a shame.
Well, I didn't think I was either, but I think being here, I think
we'll all be having robots to do everything.
God, don't. Please. Oh, I hope I'm gone by then.
Even sex, they're talking about having robots.
Oh, my God. What's the matter with the vibrator?
Go and have a look at it while you're young, while you're fit and healthy. Don't drink too much. Keep fit. Life is wonderful.
Dear Tracy, I hope life never gets you down. I hope you continue to live, love and appreciate the opportunity of existence. Accept what is, let go of what was and have faith in what will be.
Well done, Tracy. Oh.
I think she's marvellous. She's my heroine in the house, definitely. Dear Dee, try and avoid dramas and negativity. Accept that you and you alone are not going to change the world, but you can always change your attitude to life. Most importantly, enjoy your life because you won't get a second chance.
I've learned that all older people are not just grumpy and bitter. Honestly, they're not. They love life, they're enjoying life to the fullest.
Dear Jenny, be more tolerant, less of a snappy old cow, less of wanting my own way, and act like today's 25-year-olds, far more mature. Plan and fulfil your dreams and goals.
I think this experiment is definitely about acceptance. We're never perfect. You can always learn something along the way from the people that you come across in life. And everybody that you see influences you, even if you don't realise it.
This is a letter I'm writing to my 80-year-old self. You've been a decent, real person all your life, and meeting your husband and having a family was a happiness you really deserved. It filled the hole you had in your heart, missing for so long.
I was totally opposed to gay couples having children, but Jed's talking about having kids when he's older. And he'll make a great dad. What an inspirational bloke he'll be to children.
Hi, Lynn. Just a few pointers to see you through the next 40 years. Firstly, I don't want you to know anything I know now, because the lessons you learn along the way will make you the person you will become. I know that you'd be open to advice, but I also know you'll still make your own mind up about things and will therefore make numerous mistakes, but you will learn from them. You will become exactly the person you want to be, fiercely loyal to the people you love, honest, trustworthy, and slightly wacky. You will have extreme lows, but without them, you won't appreciate the extreme highs. And there will be many highs, trust me. For fuck's sake, Linda.
Come on, you're there.
I actually like the way I am. People who know me know what I'm really like, you know, what I'm really like inside. And I am just a big soft lump of marshmallow. And whatever you do, always be true to yourself. Love, Lynn.
She's someone that I kind of look up to a lot. I don't think there could be any better feeling at 64 years old than looking back and thinking, I'm happy with where I've been. Surely that's got to be like the ultimate goal in life.
Let's all raise a glass.
Here's to us all.
To everyone.
Everybody.
We've all got a life left in front of us. Enjoy.
I just love you all, and I want to thank you all. You know I'm very quiet, and I know I don't come across as, forceful.
Quiet, you weren't quiet when you told the man to fuck off.
Where did you get that word from? I don't... Quiet.
I think I am.
For their final night, the group have arranged a surprise party for Jenny's 75th birthday.
From the first day I met her, she came in with open arms. Like, she's like a cool nanny. We're gonna keep in touch, like we're gonna go to church.
Happy 75th.
And what did I say? If ever I got a surprise party, I'd walk out.
Walk out.
Yeah. I had no idea. I can't ever recall having a party before. Oh my God, I was blown away. Absolutely blown away.
Right, guys, we've got another surprise for the birthday girl herself. So, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jenny. Happy birthday to you. Make a wish and blow them out.
Yes, honey. Make a wish. I've never had anybody make such a fuss of me in all my life.
What a great person to be around, like, everything about her. I don't get how such an amazing woman has not been appreciated that much.
What about my teeth? They might come out.
Just pop them back in again.
Make a wish.
You've got your card and a present, honey.
Oh, look at this. Oh, bloody hell.
Open the present.
I'm half dreading this present. Oh my God! I don't want to see it.
Oh, it was just, I will remember that for the rest of my life.
Oh no, this is not right.
That is disgusting. It really is.
Dead January.
Yes, I'm over.
Thank God I'm on January, so it never has to be opened. Because, wow, I need to go to the gym.
As we head towards the end of this social experiment, I'm reminded of the rock star of the humanities, Daniel Kahneman, and one of his key ideas is the distinction between the remembering self and the experiencing self. The remembering self is the part of you that writes your history after the event. Who was there, what happened, and how you felt. So if we fast forward maybe even 6 months, I doubt very much that the memories that these folk carry with them will be about the entire 2 weeks. They will tend to be focused on their peak experience, their best moment or their worst moment.
Magical. Thought-provoking.
We have all grown throughout the week. It's like, yeah, it's a learning curve.
It's a happy night.
Let's hope it stays that way.
It's a happy night. What I haven't done for many years is to actually mix with the younger people. Have I enjoyed it? The answer is no. Have I learnt anything from it? Yes. And I think I appreciate youngsters more.
It shows you how much you can change, how much you adapt to situations, and that's all of us. Not just older people or younger people, but all of us.
Being human. I think you are all I want to come out of here. And I would give anything to be able to speak like you.
Thank you. I've never consciously thought about specifically going out to influence somebody. But if I have, and if it's been good, then yeah, it's been worthwhile being in this prison for 2 weeks.
This has been the most terrific thing I've ever had to put up with. And oh yes, it's been well worth stepping out of my bubble to come and do this. But remembering my bubble is always there, and I can always go back in. I can always grow back in when I want to.
Sting out!
Regardless of age or gender, you can have opposing opinions. You can always learn something along the way from the people that you come across in life.
Living in a house with other people is an eye-opener. And, you know, meeting all these people has been, for me, has been a great experience. And I would probably do it again, I think.
I found the latest fashion. I think I'd like the younger ones to realise that we were all young once. We were there. We've done most of what they've done, if not more.
We was divided by age, but I think the divide comes solely on individuality and on the person themselves. It's had its ups, it's had its downs, but I've learned that I've got quite a lot of respect for my elders.
I've learned not to be so forward and opinionated and really just like loose with the tongue. And that there's always another side to a story. Like, don't ever stereotype. Every individual person is different.
There have been some fantastic moments in there where people have opened up and said things and done things. But I hope that everybody's learnt from the things that have upset other people and learnt from the things that other people have liked. I suppose the inference is I was a homophobic racist, or certainly might have been looked at like that, and now I'm not. I feel that my experience of life has been broadened and enhanced. I think the toast really should be thanks for the good things.
Yeah. Learn from the bad
Keep
things.
smiling is the answer. Keep smiling.
Cheers! Happy birthday! Happy birthday, honey!
Even though it's the end of this social experiment, this is just the tip of the iceberg in terms of the many ways in which we can understand our own behaviour and the behaviour of others. Carl Jung would suggest that there are 12 universal characters that reside within all of us, but that of those 12, 1 or 2 might dominate, and he calls these archetypes. The ones that spring to mind would be Bob and Kevin as hero rulers, all about power and authority and status.
I tell you what, you could get a body in that, baby.
How do you know there's not one in there?
Ah.
Then we have Ty, the rebel ruler, equally focused on power and having her say, but also challenging the established ways in which people think.
That's cute, Lynn.
Yeah, yes, Lynn.
For me, Lynn has shown up as a caregiver Somebody nurturing and wise and wanting to really understand before she makes up her mind about people. I suppose we have to end with Jung. He said that life is crazy and meaningful at once, and this social experiment demonstrates that beautifully.